The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. My name is Leo Connors and I'm your host, and tonight I got two special guests, William and Jared Duemling. Guys,
Hey,
thanks for coming on.
so happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Nah,
right?
no problem. Listen, before we talk wrestling, I know you got a big baseball game tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what league do you guys play? What city, and is it Little League?
Yeah, we play in Little League, we play in Haverhill,
Okay.
and we are the Atlanta Braves?
The Braves,
Braves.
It-
And
Riverside Bradford baseball.
Nice.
I coach. I'm one of the coaches.
And
William's a
I'm
key
like-
player, right?
Yeah.
And what position do you play?
I play catcher, third base, outfield,
Nice.
sometimes pitcher,
Yeah.
but I usually am pretty good with all types of sports.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, real quick too about that. So this is your second. Now, this is your second year in Little League. Did you play before? Like, was it the T-ball and all that stuff too?
This is multiple years actually, but yeah, he's played all the way through
Nice.
T-ball all the way up to minor leagues and then major, minor,
That's awesome.
single A. This one was a unique season, kind of just thrown together when you could actually get out there and get the kids out to play ball. That's what we did. So we got a summer one going. We also got fall coming up that we'll be playing as well.
Nice. Now, tell everybody, in case they want to go, where's the game tomorrow? Tell them.
It's gonna RB2 down in Haverhill. I don't have the exact Riverside Park. So RB2, 5:30. We got the Braves versus the White Sox. It's gonna be a good matchup. Two teams just want to bring home the championship.
Now,
So
you guys, the two best teams to make it to the finals.
They did.
Sometimes things happen, you know.
usually it doesn't always end that way, but
Right.
it did. They actually beat us twice this year. We had two losses, both to them. So it's time for some
Yep,
revenge.
that's right. Get some revenge. Good luck. I hope you win
Thank
the
you.
championship, and I'll be
Yeah.
asking you guys tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. So, guys, before we dive into some fan questions, I got to ask you guys. I see you wearing a retro AG shirt.
Yes.
I know you're an AG fan. You guys know I'm an AG fan. How excited were you guys when you found out that NXT, signed him?
Yeah,
It was so crazy. I woke up and I showed him that day.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, as William just recently had a birthday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did a birthday video for him. And Retro had sent it to me the day before. The very next day, he's NXT. I couldn't believe it. I'm so pumped for him. He deserves it.
Yeah,
He's awesome. His character and just not a better guy, I think, that you can see in the indie circuit and now NXT. It's nice to know someone as they've kind of moved up.
Right. Now, you liked going to his 01 shows, right? Was it 01 USA Northeast?
Correct.
You guys you went to all their shows?
We went to a couple. We
No,
only went to
like-
two. It's
Yeah, too.
Yeah, because what do you have, like 5 or 6?
5 or 6. He did some in Rhode Island. Gardner's
I
not
went to that one.
Gardner's not a quick ride.
Right, right.
So we went to the first one, Bushido Beginnings.
Yes.
And then we went to, I forget which one it was, the last one that they had.
Right.
He actually was in Germany, and Ava ran it.
Yes.
And that was a good show too. When they crowned the champ, it was Bronson.
Right.
So
He's awesome.
he is
You
awesome.
guys like the like Bear Country?
Yeah, they're all right.
Depending on who they're wrestling, right?
Right. I've
Yeah.
I love to hate them.
Yeah.
And I always tell them afterwards, I really appreciate you guys. There was one show, I think it was Summer Chaos. I booed them and I always do
Yeah, yeah.
The guy knocked my hat right off my head. But yeah, that was Bear Bronson. And then what's the other one? Boulder, he changed his name.
Yeah. He used to be called
Bear Beefcake.
Yeah.
Or
When I first saw him, he was Charlie Beefcake or something like Beefcake Charlie. That's what his name was. And he was huge. That guy's a monster.
they definitely they put it in and they good. I root for them when
Yeah.
they're not fighting the culture. Right.
Well, I was just going to lead into that. As I can see on your shirt, you got the towel, guys. Tell us about your favorite faction in wrestling.
Go ahead.
Well,
Who's your favorite faction in wrestling?
culture season.
Yeah, talk about them.
So, they're pretty good because Casanova and Trigger the OG and Royce Bishop, who I don't know if you knew, but he was the one that sang their entrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until he was sitting in your seat right now. a long time ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. I did not know that though.
So Hale's face doesn't really matter to us. We like some
Right.
bad guys. We like some good guys,
Yeah.
and I really liked everything about them. Most people don't, right? They're not
Right.
culture seasoned fans.
I am.
We are.
Yep.
We love them, and there's a small group of people that love them, and I love the Indies. It's such an intimate setting, and they're so friendly, and they're so great with the
Right.
kids.
They
I remember
really
they used to boo me, like, Christian and Trigger, you basic, and I'm like, I'm on your side.
They told me I'm basic, and they knew I was a fan of them too. I asked them right there. I said, "What's basic?" And they said, "Well, you are because you just
don't-
asked the
you
question."
don't know what it
So I was
is.
like, bummer.
But yeah, they're great. I just love watching them.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Just everything, their persona, the entrance, just how they are, and just how they wrestle, how they work together.
Right.
I know you've said it before. I'd love to see them all like move up. That would be awesome.
I want them to stay together. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It would be great to see them even like in Impact with Tasha Steele.
Right.
Is that what she's at Impact?
Yeah, she went to Impact.
Yeah, so she's doing really good too.
Yep.
Yep.
And I remember having them here, and I asked them if they were thinking about a girl, and they said yes, and they didn't say the name. So then when I had Royce on, I asked him, was it Tasha? And he's like, it was Tasha all along. It was awesome.
You just can't say it, right?
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So let me just get the fan questions out of the way, then we'll talk wrestling.
Absolutely.
Andy Miller wants to know, who were both your all-time favorite wrestlers? You can talk independent wrestlers
Yeah.
and TV wrestlers.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I like Kofi Kingston.
Yep.
He's part of the New Day, along with my second, which is Biggie, because he's all goofy. But I really like Kofi because of his athletics and how he can do it, how he does in a Royal Rumble is really cool.
Yeah.
All his flips and stuff.
I like that too. He's done a lot of crazy things in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And what about independent guys? You already said I know you like Culture Season. I know you
Yeah.
like AG, but I know you guys like more guys. So, any other guys you want to bring up?
I'll think. Well, you.
Yo, all right, yeah.
Okay, so I'll go. My favorite all time. I started watching wrestling when I was about 7 years old.
Yep, me too.
WrestleMania,
Yep.
first one. We actually went to somewhere in Manchester. Like we went to a simulcast to watch
Oh,
it.
okay.
And I remember being
The
there.
first
It was-
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was
remember
on
when
like
they did that.
popcorn and souvenirs, and you're at an arena, but there's no one there.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. I watched it for many years, and then fell out of it a little bit, and then back into it. And luckily, my kids, my oldest son Brandon, really got into it, and then got him into it. So that's great to come full circle. But my
Yeah.
favorite of all time, Ultimate Warrior. When the music hit, like his energy, the war paint, the military presses, how like the adrenaline that he had. So I've always liked him. In the indies, if I had to pick outside of retro and culture season, there's so many great guys.
Yeah.
But one that I really, really enjoy is Vern Vicalo.
Oh.
Yes.
He's the nicest guy. Even Dynamite Death Squad, I love them too.
Yep.
I love all that. And there's another
Even
Hale,
though
right?
they're mean guys.
They are mean guys, but I love DDS, and it's just great. And like what he's done for him. I mean, William got the chop Dan Terry in a match.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
And
If you ever get the chance again, chop him twice. Once for me.
there you go. Who's your indie guy?
I would have to go with the guy that got us into wrestling, like indies, is Robo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's a good guy too.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Absolutely, Robo the Punjabi Lion.
Yes.
We went to Northeast All Star Wrestling.
Yep.
Down, towards
Oh
the
yeah,
Cape.
Caleb's company. Yep.
Yep. So we went there. That was the actual first indie show we ever went to. Only,
wow.
I think it was almost 2 years ago. We've only been indie wrestling for 2 years.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought you guys were on longer than that.
Nope. We went to every show after that.
Right.
Robo told us he fought Nico Silva.
Yep.
That game.
I was there that night too. Their first show. Yeah.
And I actually met a bunch of other people that time. But that was a great show. We went to that and Endgame and all that and seeing all these different wrestlers. But Robo afterwards, pictures with the boys, the nicest guy. Let him get in the ring until one of the owners yelled at everyone. But both of my sons were in the ring and it was just, he goes, "Oh, if you like wrestling, come see us. I'm gonna be at Chaotic this one." And I think our Chaotic was 2 years ago, like today, almost. Something popped up on Facebook.
Do you remember like who was on that show? That
Flip Gordon. That was his last match in Chaotic.
Oh really?
Yep.
So lucky to be there.
And
That's very cool.
it was just so cool to watch him
Yeah.
do what he does. And since then, we've seen tons of shows. Like I had a counter on my phone. Like one year we did like 53 shows, and then the next year I was like, last year we did it, and then this year I was going to try to outdo that.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
right. You guys will be chasing Damon because he goes to like 90 to 100.
I don't know how he
shows
does
a
that.
year.
I don't know. We'll do that, but we were like, let's get up there. So
Right.
we've seen tons of different promotions.
Yeah.
Some of them are better, I think we like better than others, but we'll go see anyone.
Nice.
Hey, let's-
now, do you buy figures? Do you like the action figures and
Yes,
stuff?
I have like 100 and something.
110, 112 or
Wow.
something.
So, yeah, you're a serious
And then I
figure guy.
yeah, and for my birthday, my brother Brandon,
Yeah.
he got me Velveteen Dream and Ricochet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a battle
Got a
pack.
Big brother.
battle pack.
That's awesome. I actually, when you brought up Flip Gordon, I haven't bought figures in a long time, but he finally got a figure through Ring of Honor, so I bought it. My girl was like, "You don't buy figures anymore. Why did you buy it?" I said, "He was on the show."
Yeah,
Anyone that's on the show, if they ever get a figure, I have to buy it, you know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, and Andy also says, if you could both change one thing about wrestling right now, what would it be?
Oh, so I had this idea in the car when we were driving here. It was like for a referee, if you see a heel cheating, a referee from backstage, you come out and call it. So it's like 1, 2, 3, but they had their
Right.
feet on the ropes.
Yeah.
No, they had their feet on the ropes.
Dirty
Continue
pin.
the match.
That would be really good. Like you said, like a second official for the match. That's
Yeah.
a really good idea. What about you?
My idea is not really actually wrestling. It's more about the writing.
Okay.
Or like sometimes I feel that they give a push for too long.
Right.
Or there's someone that I feel, and maybe I'm in the minority, but there's someone that I feel like is really there too long, or someone's there not long enough. So it's
Right.
more about writing and
Yeah.
that, and kind of how did you decide this? Or I know there's contracts and
Yeah.
there's more to the business aspect of
Yeah.
it, but it's more about either writing. I feel like I could write the storylines. Most people write,
Absolutely.
and
I'm
then
sure
it's
you could.
change some of those things up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see guys like push some guys that I feel that have gotten over everywhere they wrestled before they came in. Guys like Cesaro. I cannot fathom that he hasn't been world champion yet.
Right.
I mean, the guy's 6'7", stronger than almost anybody in wrestling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
And-
I don't know what he bent, but you see that it's like 550 squatting or whatever. Like,
and what I don't like too is how they push a guy and then they take the push away. Like, remember when they had the Miz beat Cena and all that at
Yes.
WrestleMania? They had made him. And then all of a sudden, the next few months, Miz is losing all these matches. I just don't understand. To make a star, you have to have them win all the time.
absolutely.
So I definitely agree with you on that. All right, our good friend Dan Bolio wants to know, WWE has a movie production. Would you guys like to see a movie based on The Fiend?
Yeah, definitely.
That would be awesome, really.
I think so too. What you guys want to talk about, NXT versus SummerSlam?
I'm going in order.
Yeah.
Let's go NXT
right.
Takeover 30.
Okay, yeah, NXT Takeover 30. It's good. You're also, you can pick it up if you want. Just put it behind you, William. It's okay. The kickoff show had a #1 tag team contendership match. It was let me see if I can say this without butchering it. Legado del Fantasma versus Brizango versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. You guys know Oni's from around here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to ever see him?
We've seen him at some NXT matches in Lowell.
Right.
And
Right,
then
yeah.
Ring of Honor. Was he Ring of Honor?
He might have wrestled a couple.
Maybe,
matches.
or maybe I got that wrong. But we definitely seen him
Right.
locally at some of the Lowell NXT matches when they come through. And he's the greatest guy afterwards, like
Yeah.
high-fiving everyone. And
Yeah.
I knew he's local.
Were you guys at the show and Joe won the title?
No,
I was
we're
at
too
that
late.
one. Wow.
Yeah, Samoa Joe won in Lowell.
It was pretty cool too because I went outside afterwards and called him over by Biff. He came
Yeah.
over, took pictures with us. Like you said, wicked nice guy.
Absolutely.
You know who else was nice was Mojo Rawley, a guy that I used to hate.
Oh.
And I really liked him. But you should have seen me. I was like a girl at a Backstreet Boys concert. Honestly, Mojo. It was hilarious. He came over.
We've been out there, called people over too, or stand near their bus as close as you
Yeah.
can. Pictures with some.
Nice.
Matt Riddle one day, he's out there. He's such a chill dude.
Yeah.
Like he's out there and he's like taking pictures, and then he just walks away with a group of people. I don't know where they went, but he's just walking through the streets of Lowell, and I was
That's
like,
cool because I met him at a Beyond show in Somerville. And again, he was just walking by and we were standing in line to get in. And I was like, hey, Matt, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, bro. He comes over, puts his arm around me. Wicked cool guy.
Bro.
I can't wait to see what he does because you have to admit, he's come on very quick.
Yep.
He's only been wrestling for like 4 years or something like that.
And then was MMA before that, right?
He was in the UFC.
the training.
He was pretty good in the UFC too, you know? All right. So that match, the winners was Breezango. I actually thought the other guy, that Oni and Danny Burch were going to win.
In full transparency, we didn't see the pre-show.
Okay.
And then we watched the whole thing, and then we went back and kind of watched it, but we were kind of feeling the whole rest of the show. So we kind of watched through it, but wasn't really paying that much attention to that match. It didn't really matter to us so much. But Breezango, that's, I guess, if you can't fit him in the top, right?
Right.
You bring him down there, at least you can still you give him some screen time.
And you guys know that Fandango's local guy. He's from Maine.
I didn't
Johnny
know.
Curtis.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's a really cool guy, too. I've met him a couple times.
Yeah.
But I thought the match was good. I actually thought I wanted Danny Burch and Oni to win.
Of course.
But I thought that Phantasma guys were going to win because they really are. They look good together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Lucha Libre.
You know? Yeah. You like them guys?
Yeah, I like luchadors.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty good.
It was weird when he took the mask off. I was like, because I mean, it wasn't like anyone knew who he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if it would be different if it was, a guy that's been in the roster for years and then disappeared, put a mask on, and then took it off.
Right.
He took the mask off, and I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah, who are you?
But they really are a good group together.
Oh, definitely.
Next up, they had Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher.
Yeah.
That was a great. I mean, what do you guys think about Thatcher? Seriously.
Serious. Yeah.
He's all the moves, it's like a technician.
Stiff, too.
Yeah, right?
Gosh.
And all the everything that he was doing, I was just like, wow, like you wouldn't expect that from him.
Right.
But he's good. Haven't seen him a lot.
Yep.
But I was like, wow.
I think we're going to start to see him a lot.
Run
more,
for the
'cause
money,
every time
right?
I have seen him recently, he's like totally impressed.
Yeah.
You know? And then Finn Balor won that match. You guys think he was going to win?
yeah.
Yeah, most
I
likely.
did too. I mean, it doesn't matter to me who wins. I just want to see a good match.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely a good match.
Timothy Thatcher wrestled for Beyond a couple times too.
Wow.
But it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Next up, they had the North American Championship 5-way ladder match, which I thought was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep. You guys like Damian Priest?
He's
Wow.
he's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
my favorites.
Is he?
I was actually saying if he doesn't win, it needs to be Thick Boy or somebody else.
Yeah.
But not Cameron Grimes.
Right. You don't like him?
No.
Can I just say one thing about Cameron Grimes? The only thing I like about him is how he dove headfirst into this Southern hit character.
Right.
Yeah.
That's because he's from North Carolina. And the type of character he's doing, he could be around for a long time.
For sure.
Because he's doing such a good job with the character. But you're right, Thick Boy, Bronson Reed would have been a good choice to win. I was surprised when he won the match to get into it. Because didn't he beat Finn Balor and somebody else in a three-way? And it totally threw me off that he won.
I loved his Big Ben Bigelow, like kind of like dressing up like that.
Yeah.
And that guy can move for a big dude.
Yeah. And also in the match, like you said, you had Cameron Grimes, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano,
Oh, I
and
hate him.
Velveteen Dream, who you got his figure.
Right.
Yep.
Gargano, love or hate, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I like him, sometimes I hate him, but didn't want him to win. I would have been fine with Dream.
I like him better as a face.
Yeah.
As a good guy, I really do.
Yeah.
He's just so small as a heel. I don't know. I have a hard time with that. Not that he's not good.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
like him as a face.
Me too. I'm with you.
But I thought that match was great, and I'm glad that Damian Priest won. I actually like the thing when he comes out and he does the arrow-like thing. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
different.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be different.
And the thing is, I'm currently reading The Hunger Games, so it's bringing back like.
Did you ever watch the movies?
Yeah, I watched all of them. But
See, I only watched the first one, but I never like. The only books I read are either like autobiographies of wrestlers,
Right.
or rock stars. That's what I'm into.
yeah,
Or and I read wrestling magazines from cover to cover.
There you go.
Do you guys collect any magazines? I mean, it's not the same as it was when I was your age, William. There was like 12 different magazines out back then. Now you're lucky to find 2 different ones.
yeah. We don't really collect them, but I did get this one from Culture Season. It had all of their merch: Royce Bishop, Trigger the OG, Casanova, Royce Bishop's own things.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, wow.
Towel, masks.
That was
everything.
you know how they're doing like, hey, we're gonna put your name in, they spin it.
Yeah.
We won that twice.
cool.
And they're
went
like, you,
twice?
yeah, they're like, you
Guys are
have,
lucky.
you have everything
Twice.
already. And I'm like, I just do it. We want to give,
Yeah.
and I want to give to them. And that's part of
Yeah.
the intimacy we talked about.
Yep.
I love supporting someone and buying this. And I
Yeah.
know it goes in their pocket.
Yep.
When WWE, you buy that shirt and what does the superstar get? $5? I don't
Yeah.
know, whatever it is.
Yep.
But I like that. Get to meet them, take a picture, and let me support you.
Yeah.
So we did that during this
cool.
time. We bought, the retro shirt,
Yeah.
culture season. I'll do anything.
Yeah.
Even the masks.
See, I like WWE. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm more of an independent wrestling fan. 'Cause
Yeah.
like you guys said, you can you can buy the shirts right from the guy, get a picture with them.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the WWE, go buy the shirt, but you're buying it from some guy that's just working.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're paying $60 for a ticket, and you're way up there.
Absolutely.
That's just from my take on it. But I do like to go to NXT no matter what.
Oh, NXT is great.
Especially when they're in Lowell, because that's such. I grew up in Lowell.
Awesome.
That's my hometown.
Yep.
Such good
And the
wrestling.
building is incredible for wrestling.
Yeah.
There's not a bad seat in the place.
For one of his
No.
birthdays, was
Yeah.
it 2 years ago? We
Something like
we
that.
went to NXT and we sat front row.
Wow.
I think my mother bought it.
Yeah.
We sat front row as my wife.
Yeah, and,
William and I. Kayla Braxton.
Yep.
was there.
Yeah.
And she's doing all that and talking to us in between.
That's
and I said
cool.
it's his birthday. At the very end of the show, every single thing that they had that they keep, buy this
Right,
towel, buy this book. They gave it to him. She gave it to him.
She's pretty cool. Now,
was
she's going
really
for me
good.
now?
She's
Is she still working for him?
I
'Cause a bunch
see
of
her.
these people have
I
been
see her at
leaving.
SmackDown. I see her at
She's
Raw. She's
Raw
all
and
over the place.
SmackDown.
So she's still doing it.
Yeah.
Good,
She's
good.
still,
She's good.
yeah.
She's awesome.
She's really
What do
good.
you guys think about Renee Young walking around? I liked Renee Young.
I
thought
just
she
saw
was
that.
really good.
I just saw that today. No,
Yeah.
she's done.
Oh.
Yeah, she's all done.
Her contract
She's
or whatever.
probably
So
going to go to AEW to be with her husband. You
Of
can't
course.
blame her.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, if I had my choice, I'd want to do the same thing as her.
actually, when he left, I thought like, wow, she's still here. One of those
Right.
things.
Yeah.
I guess play out and honor your contract. She's a professional. But yeah, that's tough if you're always here
Right.
and then he's going over wherever they're. You know what I mean? It's gonna be tough to not be together
It's
when
gotta
you
be
were for
tough.
years.
And the money that they're throwing around, they're going to pay her well.
Absolutely.
Because she's really good. I seen somebody post something on Facebook today saying, they couldn't stand her. Why? I thought she was. I think she's
She's
good at her
knowledgeable.
job.
She was good at her job.
Very
She's
knowledgeable.
professional.
Yeah.
But
And it
to
was
each their
nice
own.
to see a women, and it opened the door for Beth Phoenix to start working at
Yeah.
NXT, and she's good at it too.
Absolutely.
Really good.
All right, so the next match blew me away, and to me, all the matches were great, but I thought this match stole the show. Adam Cole,
Oh.
Pat McAfee, guys. Pat McAfee, I have to say, it. Did he blow your mind, guys?
Yeah,
Honestly,
absolutely.
Honestly, like, you're a football player, and I don't expect this from you.
Right.
But when you deliver this, I suddenly have this respect
too.
and believe in you.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see, like, somebody from a completely different sport have no experience
Yep.
try and kick Adam Cole's butt.
Absolutely, and he was doing well for himself for quite a while. That was
Yeah.
a great match. What do you think about it?
They said he had 2 weeks to train. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but
Well,
like
yes, he does it shows and things
right.
like that. So maybe
being an
he's probably
athlete,
right.
obviously
Yeah.
he's very skilled.
Yes,
But to see him do some of those moves, as William stated,
Yeah.
and as you're talking, he did a flip up, right?
and then jump back onto the top rope. Right?
Yeah.
Did he hit the top or the second? I can't remember.
Top.
It was the top, right?
Jumped right, squat position,
Yeah.
on the top.
Yeah. He's a hell of an
There were
athlete.
times where it looked like he was overmatched, but then
Right.
you're like, wow, it was definitely very surprising. And in the end, I didn't think he would win.
Right.
But it was a good match, and I think
Definitely.
working with Adam
Yeah.
Cole is the right guy that could actually help him do that. And who knows, maybe he'll do other things, or
Yeah.
maybe he won't.
I mean,
but-
I could see them continuing this feud.
Why not?
Not like this coming week, but as time goes on.
or his buddies, he had a bunch of buddies right out mocking.
football players.
And what do you have on the other side?
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So I could see like a 4-way match or something like that.
So speaking of Adam Cole, what do you guys think about the Undisputed Era?
Well,
Up and down.
yeah.
I think I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why do they always have to jump in the ring and save them all the time, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I say too.
And some people could say that about our boys' culture season, but I like that part. That's part of wrestling, right?
It is.
So I like it. I would just wish he could do things. He wouldn't have had the belt for so many days if he didn't have his boys.
That's right.
But we bought some of their merch, and the whole. I love their when they come out and have all the gold, and they're playing playing the guitar on the belt, and they definitely have the boom,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Everything like that is pretty cool. So I like them for wrestling. Don't necessarily. I agree with you. I don't really like that you always have to stick your nose in everyone's
Yeah,
business.
and it was funny. It was remember when Roderick Strong was teaming with Kyle O'Reilly because Bobby Fish was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now Fish and O'Reilly are back together because they were a tag team for a long time called
Right.
Red Dragon and Ring of Honor, New Japan, and all that.
Uh-huh.
And they're a hell of a tag team. And I
They-
think Roderick Strong is phenomenal too. We all know how great Adam Cole is.
Right. So
You know.
maybe at some point they'll break apart.
Yeah, I could see them maybe turning on one of them. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything. So Bobby Fish, if you are watching this, don't get mad, but he's up there in age compared to the other guys.
Right.
I could see maybe down the line, maybe before he decides to retire, they turn on him, have a nice feud, they can make some money, you
Right.
know?
Absolutely.
But I think they're a great group. I enjoy watching them because they're all great wrestlers. Then we had the Women's Championship. Io Shirai, is that how you say it?
So Shirai.
Shirai.
Shirai, okay,
Shirai.
yeah. Versus Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
And, we know the champion defended her title. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about Dakota Kai?
I don't really like it. I forget which event it was, but she came out and they were
War Games.
War Games. There you go. And she came out and turned on her best friend and slammed a leg in the cage.
Was that Tegan Knox?
Yes.
Tegan Knox.
So again, I like a lot of heels. I don't really like Dakota Kai so much.
Okay.
She's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
She's just not. She's on. I'm not really that interested in
What
her.
about you?
I don't.
Same.
Yeah. Basically.
I think, how do you say her name? Io?
Io
Io
Shirai. Yep.
Yeah.
Shirai.
She's good. What do you, she wasn't on the show, but one of my favorite women in NXT right now is Mia Yim.
Oh, I like me.
You guys
Oh.
like her?
She's awesome.
If you ever get a chance to meet her too, guys, she's the nicest girl.
Oh, really?
She's so cool.
Hopefully we get to meet her sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That means wrestling's back around, right?
Exactly. I can't wait till they start running shows again. Well, I mean, I understand, you want to be safe and all that, but
I agree.
I did go to a show in
Yeah.
Rhode Island. I catered it for New
Oh,
World Wrestling.
yeah, I
3.
remember seeing
and he's
that.
running another show this coming month. He did a great job with it. I think if anybody wants to run, you see what Jimmy Allen did.
Yep.
Do the same thing. You could run a very successful and safe show.
And even Beyond
Yeah.
has done 2 shows now outside
Yes.
in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I actually said to my wife on Saturday, I go, I think William and I are going to go to New Jersey tomorrow. She's like, you're not driving all the way down
Right.
for a couple, 4 or 5 hours to go to a 2-hour show to turn back around. I'm like, we'll be home by 9. Like, I really wanted to go. And,
Yeah.
and it was mainly because Christian and Tasha were tagging.
Right.
And I really just want to see wrestling again.
Yeah.
And I think outdoors is where it's at right now.
Yeah, it's probably the best place for it. And how he did it too. Like if you sat in your seat, you could take your mask off. But if you had to get up to go to the bathroom, whatever, you just put your mask on.
Makes
It's
sense.
pretty simple, and everybody did what was asked. It was pretty cool. He had about 120
Yeah.
to 150 people there.
Did they spread people out in the seats
Yes,
too? Yeah.
yes. They put seats together. There was 4 here. Sometimes there was 6. And if only 4 people sat there and people needed chairs there, the people that were working the show with the masks on would move those chairs. It was really. I thought they did a good job.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
can do it in NASCAR and you sell, hey, no, 4 seats aren't
Right.
sold, and then you just respect that. And
Yeah.
Leo, you stay over there, I'm over here, type of thing, right? Unless you're family. So I think that they could do that anywhere. It's just about the venues and getting the clearance. In Massachusetts, they're not going to do that. The governor is not going to do that. The mayor is not going to do that. So I get it. I can respect all those
Right.
things, and we always want to know when we go somewhere, put your mask on and clean yourself, and don't go out if you don't feel well. Respect everyone,
Exactly. No,
and
absolutely.
maybe we can get some of this back.
And I'm grateful that I was able to work. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I'm sorry, but I know people, collected good money to stay at home. It would have drove me stir crazy if I had to just sit in my house
Absolutely.
every day, all day long.
Yeah.
All right. The NXT Championship match. Guys,
No.
champion Keith Lee taking on Karrion Kross with Lady Scarlett. I know you, Keith Lee.
His reign was too short.
Yes.
And I believe that in my mind, as we think about wrestling, right, as fans, I was like, his reign's this short, he needs to be called up. And it looks like he's going to, whether it's tonight or
I hope so.
They said something, didn't they? Show something
Yeah.
last night during the show.
Nice.
He's gonna be up,
Oh,
so
good.
that's fine. If you take the belt off someone
Right.
too quickly and they're gonna move him up, I just hope they have space because
Yeah.
again, we talked earlier, but people get lost in the shuffle.
Yep.
They don't get enough camera time,
Right.
or they don't have enough. They're not written in correctly, and then you lose a talent like that.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross, awesome, like definitely an awesome wrestler.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with the outcome, but it
Right.
is what it is,
Yep.
and
Yeah, I'm a big Keith Lee fan too, but I like this Cross and his legitimate shoot girlfriend,
yep.
you know, and their entrance.
Oh, that's
Different.
yeah.
I really like it a lot. She's like sings it as she's, you know, I mean, obviously she doesn't have the microphone,
right.
but yeah, that's it. You got it. She's good though. And she's beautiful. Did you guys know that she managed AG before?
I did not know that.
Yes, she did at an Evolve show.
Really?
Yep.
It's crazy.
I wonder how Ava felt about that.
Yeah, probably. it's part of the deal,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I expected him to win a title soon because you just a talent like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the package with her and the entrance and everything. I mean, I guess he separated his shoulder or something.
Oh, really? I didn't.
Yeah. So
I
I'm
didn't hear
hoping
that.
he's not out too long.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was a great match.
Absolutely.
And I think Keith Lee is going to get over huge. I mean, Mark Henry got over.
Right.
And I'm sorry, Mark Henry was good. It took him like 7 years to get good because he was around for
Right.
over 10 years.
Keith Lee's gonna come in better.
Yeah, he was already better. The first time I ever saw him, he was
Right.
better than Mark Henry 10 years in. And that's no offense to Mark Henry, especially if I ever run into him.
Right.
Kill me. He's huge.
Yes.
So we talked about off air about Retribution.
Yep.
The guys that have just been running Roth House in the ring, in the control room, and all that. And people are saying that Retribution AG could be a part of that. What do you guys think of that?
It's a play on the name, obviously,
Yeah.
right? And didn't he have his Retribution tour before,
Yes.
right? I don't think he is.
I don't either, but I would love to see
It
it.
would be cool if one of the, and I was surprised that they weren't there last night,
Right.
right?
That totally surprised me.
As
That's
a-
why I'm thinking maybe tonight they'll unveil them tonight.
Something. And I see them all come on. I know they have bats and weapons,
Right.
but I'm like, this whole roster full of wrestlers can't take down the Retribution.
And did you see a couple of them? They were all little. Like they're all my size.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, one night they were all tiny. I think the last time they were in the control room though, and who pointed this out? I don't know if it was Anthony Miller or if it was Brendan Daly. But after they pointed it out to me, I could hear Dijak's voice. He was the tall guy.
Oh,
In
really?
the control room. You could hear his voice. If you go back and listen to it,
Obviously, they definitely have plans, and it's going to be
Yeah.
something just like when they had the brand supremacy,
Yes.
and right before Survivor Series,
Yep.
where we're going to come to your show and we're going to embarrass you or we're going to attack you, type of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it's
Where-
something like that. Maybe it's a extension of NXT.
they also say a lot of the guys that were under the mask on doing these things are probably not the guys they're going to use.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean? They were just extras at the show that
Yeah.
they throw in there. Because, I mean, I'm just hoping that it's one WWE guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just NXT people.
Right.
Someone said something about, I saw The Miz. One time he didn't even go out there after they attacked.
And then
Another
one time
he
he's
showed
late.
up late.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
I joked last night that they were like gremlins.
Yeah.
They seem like they keep multiplying.
Yeah.
It'll be 6 guys, and then there's 12, and then 24. And like, how many do you have?
And there's going to be girls in the group too.
Right.
Because you could tell there was girls in it. You know?
Yeah, you like the hair going through the mask.
Yes, and there was some girl that had purple. Someone pointed this out on Facebook. She had purple on the bottom of the hair, and she was one of Retribution. Then the next time, Retribution beat her up. There she was with the purple hair. So it was like someone pointed out saying she was one of Retribution
Right.
last week, and now she's getting beat up by them.
Well, they use a lot of local people. When they
Yes.
come around, a
Right.
lot of the indie wrestlers will be security.
Yeah.
You'll see them. I've seen Vern, Dan Terry.
Yep.
We've seen lots of them
Oh, yeah.
that just go out there and just, get knocked out. Even Ilya.
Yes.
You'll see him. And one time, I love joking with him. Every time I see him, like, you look just like Ilya. And he's like, and you look like the security guard. No, that's not me.
Right?
It's just,
I like the thing that he was doing with Tyler Citron where he wasn't talking.
yeah, oh yeah.
I tried to get them to come on the show.
Was he going to hold up index cards the whole
Yeah,
time?
but I was gonna pretend like I understood what he was saying. Like if you just,
There you go.
you didn't even move his lips. Oh, I got you. But they couldn't do it. Unfortunately, it would have been great to have them both on. I did have Tyler Centron on. He was a nice kid too.
Yeah.
And here's a kid that had wrestled in like California, Arizona, stuff like that, Nevada.
Yep.
And he met AG. And he came this way with a girl. And I guess that didn't last, but he did.
He's still
He's
here.
doing a good job.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
I like to hate him. Again, he's one of the
Yes.
people that I don't like you, and I'll yell
Yeah.
at you, and I'll make fun of you. And,
Yeah.
but-
him and Eli, I love. And me and Dan were all, oopah, because he's Greek.
Yeah, right?
It's awesome. All right, guys, let's go into SummerSlam.
Yes.
All right. So, the kickoff show, did you guys catch the kickoff match? I wasn't a big fan. I like Apollo Crews, but I
we
don't know
missed
why
it.
MVP's
We
back.
missed.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he's not doing anything.
They bring people back during Royal Rumble, but
Yeah.
I don't really like MVP, and we missed that match.
Okay.
So
All right, great. We don't have to talk about it. How about the Raw Tag Team title match? The Street Profits versus Angel Gaza and Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade, yeah.
I'm just happy that Montez is okay,
Yes.
not poisoned.
Right.
Because the poisoning was a big downfall for me because I love the Street
Yeah,
Profits.
they're awesome.
yeah, they're electrifying. I like the excitement that they bring out. It's like a
Yes.
party. They
I
come
liked
out.
how they brought him into and let him do the talking backstage before
Right.
they brought him in the ring to get him over with the fans because they are very funny.
We're happy that they retained, and it was
too.
a good match though. It
Yeah.
was back and forth, but I love the high flying nature of them. Then you got the strength and the moves, and
Yeah.
it's like I said, it's a party. You just
Yeah,
watch them as a
absolutely.
party.
I like them all. And Angel Gaza and Andrade, a hell of a tag team too.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and Zelina, beautiful girl. She's done a lot of independent things in this area. A couple of guys, I don't know if you guys know Chris Sullivan, he's a wrestling fan, part of Lucky Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
He does a lot of bringing guys into conventions and stuff, and he worked a lot with her.
Wow.
So he's known her a long time, and she's doing a really good job. She wasn't in NXT very long.
No. Married to Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's it. What happened? What happened with this push?
I don't know.
It's like I don't understand. I
Has
heard
to be-
he's not hurt.
There has to be something coming up, but
I
hopefully
hope so,
want to
because-
see him again.
I thought he was going to be like not the Undertaker, but a character similar to something like
Right.
that. You know what I mean? Mysterious and all that, but I guess Vince isn't a fan of a bunch of people.
I guess he needs to move on.
He
Like
does. He's looking home too. Someone
right.
said to me the other day, like, when's he going to walk away? He's not.
when he dies.
Unfortunately, yes. And I mean, I don't want him to die.
Right.
But that's probably when he's going to walk away. All right. How about the no disqualification loser leaves WWE match
Oh.
between Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose?
Well, the
Well-
right person won,
Yes.
right? But I just find that silly. Sonya's going to come back in some way,
Different
shape,
fashion.
or form, right? So
And we were talking off here. Mandy had a hard time with that table.
yeah, it was just a
That
little
was
embarrassing.
nuts. It had to have been embarrassing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it was a decent match, though.
It was
It wasn't bad.
pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so. I think Sonya Deville's a pretty good worker.
she is a good
Honestly,
worker.
I think she is. And Mandy's just beautiful. In my eyes, I think she's beautiful. Sorry, Maria. How about this? I love this, how Asuka had shots at both titles.
Right.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Now, the first match was for the SmackDown Women's title, Bayley versus Asuka.
Yeah.
Are you shocked that
No.
Bayley won?
Well, it was predictable though.
Right.
I feel Oscar wasn't going to win both.
Right.
And you knew that there's going to, I said to William can attest, I said, Sasha Banks is going to do something, right? She's going to interfere, and then
Yeah.
Bailey's going to win. I would like it better if Bailey lost.
Yeah.
Because her reign of title and
Yeah.
Bailey's good, but I don't. I'm
She's
kind of
good,
over
but
her. She's one of
not
the
the boss.
way too long,
Right.
right? And then so I was a little bit surprised, but I said, oh, Bailey's going to win. Sasha's going to interfere.
Yeah, I would have had it the other way around. Sasha wins, Bailey loses.
Right. I liked how they did the
Yeah.
thing where Sasha was like behind Bailey's back, like
Right.
when Asuka would kick out. She's like, yes. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, so that was funny.
And they've been friends for a long time, Bailey and Sasha, and they're gonna have another feud, I'm sure, and then they'll get back together.
I thought it was going to happen last night when
I
they
did
was
too.
after she lost.
Yeah, I did too. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
Might as well. I know it wasn't the next match, but we'll just go right to that one. Sasha Banks losing the Raw Women's title to Asuka
Yeah.
by submission.
I know.
What do you guys think about Asuka? Do you like Asuka?
I like
Because do.
Asuka. I like Oscar, and I think that they needed to actually put the belt on her instead
Right.
of just being handed because Becky Lynch
Right.
is stepping away
Yeah,
to
have
start a
a baby.
family, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was great. Like I know she won the Money in the Bank,
Right.
but it's kind of a weird thing. Well, actually, what you won last night was a belt. It's like, no, you didn't.
Right.
You didn't do that. You maybe would have cashed in, but
Yeah.
should have had. That's their writing, right? But I think that's why they did it. You need to put the belt
Yeah.
on her, earn it,
Right.
and she's good.
Well, I got to ask you this then. See, we brought up Becky Lynch, right?
Yep.
Yep.
For me, now they were saying, right, the women's division, right, all this women,
Evolution.
women, and then all of a sudden they call her the man. I didn't understand that. I guess it's different and it worked,
Right.
but I was just like, why would you, have her called the man when you were trying to build that women's division,
Right.
talking women. Just
Yeah, I never really understood it either. And,
Me either.
But it did, like you said, it worked.
Yeah,
So,
it did work. And I
Yeah.
mean, she's really good. And it's too bad that she's walked away, but I mean, she wants to have a baby,
Yeah.
you know? I mean,
Can't
I
fault
got
her.
3 kids.
Can't fault her for that.
No, cannot fault her for that. All right. How about the street fight? Dominic Mysterio had his very first real match. Guys,
He hung in.
Heck of a job.
Yeah.
like Pat McAfee in a way, right? I mean, obviously we know Dominic is going to be more experienced because of his father and growing up in the business.
Right.
But I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was.
I didn't think he had
really
all
didn't.
that, but I did say, I joked with William. I said, if he couldn't if your father's a Hall of Famer
Right.
and you can't do these moves,
Yeah.
there's a problem. You probably shouldn't be out here fighting,
Right.
right? But he definitely was surprising with a lot of what he did, and he took the
Yes.
beating, and he had his shots in there, and it was a tough match.
And again, like we talked about with Pat McAfee and Adam Cole,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, it was a great opponent for him.
Absolutely.
You know? But I like you said though, he took that beating with the kendo stick.
God.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, his body was so bruised up.
And right before the match, they showed his front and his back.
Yep.
It's just scars
Unbelievable.
everywhere.
Yeah. What do you guys
don't
think about
feel-
Murphy?
Murphy, I don't really like Murphy too much.
I mean, he's a heel. And
Right.
you're not supposed to like him, but he's pretty good.
he
though.
is good. I remember him in 205, right?
Yes.
I liked him there, just
Me too.
watching him. And not just the heels, again, sometimes we like heels, sometimes
Right.
we don't. He definitely puts in work. He's good. I just don't really like the Messiah and Disciple type thing.
Right.
That's just,
And he used to be with Alexa Bliss.
yeah.
I guess when
Yeah,
they were in
they dated,
NXT, they were
yeah.
a couple and stuff. But yeah, he really surprised me too, though, Dominic, how good he did.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected him to be decent. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but I
No,
thought
he
was-
surpassed that. Yeah, for sure.
He was phenomenal. All right, so the WWE Championship match: Drew McIntyre defending his title against Randy Orton. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Randy was gonna win. I didn't stay up all night. I watched some of it this morning when
Gotcha.
I got up. But I expected to wake up and have Randy Orton the champ.
I felt like that's how they made it feel.
Right.
The legend killer, but I feel like Drew McIntyre he's young, right?
Yeah, he's doing a good
He's
job.
been around for a while in wrestling, but
Yeah.
he hasn't had the belt that long.
Yeah, he's still in his 20s.
Right. And I really wanted him to win. I was happy that he won. And I thought that was a really, really good match back and forth.
Me too.
Good product.
Yeah.
Right?
Randy Orton, though. I mean, I know like we hate him, but I mean, as a wrestler, though,
Yeah.
I respect him.
He's a pretty good wrestler.
no
But
doubt.
yeah.
All right, so the main event was a Falls Count Anywhere match for the Universal title as the champion Braun Strowman took on the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys think Bray was going to win?
I did
like
not
you
think. I did not think
no.
that.
I didn't either. I thought Strowman was going to win.
And I think Braun hasn't had it long either. So I thought, in the way that it was, I was just like, really, that's all you won?
Yeah.
Right.
But it was, is what it is. And, the Fiend is a great character.
Yeah.
I love watching him. I liked him when he had the Universal before.
Yep.
Who did he lose to?
Seth. Oh, no.
And whenever he lost the belt, though, I was
Goldberg.
like, oh, Goldberg.
Goldberg at
that didn't make me
WrestleMania.
happy.
No, I was like, that's too soon. Like, why would you do that? I didn't like that way.
Yeah.
I'd rather him just kept going and
Yeah.
everything that he does and the Alexa Bliss and
Yeah.
this and that and
I was
Strowman.
surprised she wasn't part of it. Though.
Yeah.
It made it, the build up to the match made it seem like we're going to see Sister Abigail and it's going to be
Right.
Alexa Bliss.
That's what I kept thinking too. I was like, when's the distraction?
Yeah.
What's going to come in? When are the lights going to go out?
Right.
What's going to happen? And they didn't do it.
I couldn't believe that. I really couldn't because I mean, why were they building it like that? Just it was weird.
Now the match I
threw
didn't
me
really
off.
like.
Yeah.
Right after that match, maybe that's your next question. But right after
Which
that match, right after that match,
Oh, who came out?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys psyched to see Roman
Oh
come
yeah,
out?
it was nice.
Yeah.
You can tell he's nuts. He looked like he got even better and stronger,
Yes.
and coming back as a heel
Yep.
and just beating the crap out of both of them. Like that was awesome to see.
This is
You know,
my title. This is what I deserve.
You're just a freak with a mask.
See, I'm glad that he's
Right.
going heel too.
I love
really am.
that.
I
and
love-
I'll
yeah.
root for him. I'll buy his next shirt. Right. It's-
Yeah, no, he's definitely talented. I think a lot of people were sick of him being pushed, and everyone wanted to boo him. And then, unfortunately, his cancer came back, his leukemia
Right.
came back, and all of a sudden the fans started liking him and respecting him, and wanting to cheer him. You know what I mean? And which
Yeah.
was nice because that's what Vince was trying to get
Right.
everyone to cheer him.
It was so surprising because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And, someone has underlying health issues.
Right.
I know, like, he was out on WrestleMania. He was out on certain pay-per-view or even going to the Performance Center.
Yeah.
You have a risk. Once the locker room gets it, it's going around.
yeah,
so
definitely.
to see him was definitely, when they say you won't see it coming.
Surprising.
You definitely didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Yeah.
think they hadn't even, when was the last time they even mentioned him? Very
Yeah.
long time.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And I was wearing my Shield shirt.
Yeah.
I only thought I was going to have Seth Rollins. I'm like, I don't know why I'm going to wear this shirt, but I don't have a single Seth Rollins shirt.
Right.
So I'm just going to do this. And then he comes out. I'm like, 2 out of 3 Shield. Dean Ambrose is not coming back. He's in AEW.
Yeah.
So this is the best you're going to get.
That's right.
Yeah, he was like, I wore this for every. We didn't know that.
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Paid off. I'll tell you, that's the thing that I liked the Shield when they came in. I thought they were a great faction. I can't believe it was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
First came in. It's been a long time.
Yeah. And then it was 6 years ago or something. And then they had a break. And then they get back together
Yes.
just for another
I like
sabotage.
that last hurrah. I like that.
Yeah, that was weird too. To sabotage it again really quick, right?
Before the sabotage, I really liked them coming back and
Right.
coming in,
Yep.
with the shield, everything
Yeah.
Shield. But here's what it is.
Yeah.
And when they brought him in, wasn't it like this with Punk? Like was it
The first
they
time?
cheated Punk, right?
Yeah.
So, what I gotta ask you, you guys ever want to see CM Punk again?
No.
No.
I
It's
know a
in his
lot of
name.
people do. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if he comes. That's fine. Yeah, you read so many things
Right.
about that, and it seems like it won't happen.
Right.
And
Well, I'll be honest. I bet him, and he's a jerk.
is he?
But I'll be honest with you, though, even though he was a jerk when he was wrestling the WWE, man, I liked watching him. Even though I know he's a jerk in real life,
Right.
it
Yeah.
was like he just was
It fit.
talented.
Right.
Yeah. It's in his name. CM Punk. He's
Yes,
a punk.
He is a punk.
Well, take it or leave it. If he comes back, he comes back. If
Right.
he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever come back to the WWE.
Probably not.
I really don't think so. I mean, the way Triple H and them guys they couldn't stand him. They tried to keep him down,
Right.
but the fans made him and Daniel Bryan. Remember, they tried to do that with Daniel
Yep.
Bryan too, calling him a B+ player and all that. And then look at him. He ended up winning the championship, at WrestleMania? It was incredible. Guys, let's play the name game. I'm going to throw out some independent wrestling names, and you guys tell me you like them, you don't like them, maybe you have a story, you met them, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all guys I took from shows that I know you guys went to.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with Chase Del Monte.
I like Chase. He's funny.
Right.
Just like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Irregardless
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything that he does. I really enjoy watching him.
Yeah.
He knows the business and he knows how to wrestle. He has all that. So I love watching him. I know he's one of the big trainers over there. So I love Chase.
Nice. And he was supposed to have that big match with Charlie Castro as his tag
Yeah.
team partner versus the Logans.
Right.
And I'm sure that will happen when they finally do have Cold Fury,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I hope they have it. I hope eventually.
Really?
I mean, all I know is with all the stuff that happened with the Speaking Out, which I'm doing a special next week,
Yeah.
I think Chase is now taking over Chaotic.
That's what I heard.
And guys like Big Scott Guerin, Sonny, Jason, they're all taking over the school too. Brian said he wanted to walk away
Yep.
because he just he wanted to walk away anyways. It's just made it a little quicker for him. Seeing I brought him up, Brian Fury, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been a big fan of Brian Fury since the first time I watched him wrestle.
I've liked him. I mean, just as a business owner and everything. And again, we're new to indie wrestling.
Yeah.
So we've seen him wrestle a bunch of times. The Josh versus him, jumping out of the ring and over the railing and just like good product. You know, obviously a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
William doesn't know that much about speaking out. We didn't talk too much about that.
That's cool. I understand.
But you know, I just it's too bad.
Yeah.
But I liked him. You know, he's always been cordial to me, whether it's a picture or trying to set up William's birthday party. He's always been a good guy to me. So it was really surprising to me, and
Me too.
I was upset, honestly. And I've only been around KROC for 2+ years.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it real quick. From what was said, it was more like from what other people were doing, his just words and stupid words that he said. It wasn't anything bad like other people that were doing. And that's just a fact. But we are going to talk about that next week. Me, Maverick Wild, and we're bringing on Delilah Hayden because we needed a female.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And Mav's wife, Mav told me last night that it was his wife, Dale, that said, she specifically said you should ask that girl to come on.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. How about, seeing I brought up a female, how about Ava Everett? Undertaker.
Yeah.
Love her.
Undertaker vibes. It's awesome. I was a fan of her in Retrosexual as
Platinum Honey.
Platinum Honeys.
Me too.
And her new character like this. I suggested her an entrance, dark, and then it appears in the middle of the ring. But
good.
yeah, it never happened because
It might
of
happen
COVID.
down the line. You never know.
I think that she definitely puts in work. You can see that.
Definitely.
She's you know, just watching her, and even in the short time I've watched her progress and see ring work get better. I know she's a hard worker, so we're in on her.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And might as well bring up her Platinum Honey partner, one of my favorite female wrestlers, Angel Sinclair, the beautiful Angel Sinclair.
Same. I've always really respected and liked her. It was nice to see in APW. One of the best shows I ever went to was the one in Beverly recently, when they had the ladder match against Belmont. It was so awesome to see her. Like, that was almost the best APW show that we've ever been to.
It might have been.
I really, really did enjoy it. It wasn't just because of a different venue that had taller ceilings, but it was, I mean, there was some good meatballs there too, and some pretzels, right?
Awesome.
But
Thank you.
I really, really enjoyed that show top to bottom. That match was awesome.
And what about, I have to say this because you don't see a lot of new people have the gear that she has. I heard she makes her own gear.
Well, probably.
That's what I heard.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, the black leather jacket.
She looks good. Oh, she looks so good.
Phenomenal. She looks like she should be on TV right now.
Right.
And Widow Belmont.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Legend.
Put it back on.
I always yelled at her. They don't. Ed Hunt and her don't like me when she comes in and takes the mask off. Put it back on. She glares at me. She wants to kill me.
I'm actually trying to get them on now. Ed already said. I'm just waiting for
Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine to say pick the date. So I'd love to have them both on. Ed was on before. He's a great guest. How about the Superman of Chaotic, Mike Verna?
Awesome. Yeah, he's another guy. He's great. We love him too. Just such a good guy, tough guy. I mean, and everything he does outside of wrestling too, an actor, and he's a baseball coach.
Oh, is he really?
He coaches.
Nice.
They didn't have a season, but he coaches a community college in in New York. I talked to him.
He must have been a good player too himself.
Oh
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I talked to him a lot. He's just a great guy, great with the kids, great with everyone. So I love Mike Vernon. You're asking all the right ones.
Good,
I'm sure there's some on there that I might not like.
How about this guy everybody loves, Rich Palladino, the voice of New England.
Rich he's the best.
He is awesome.
I love him. He's great.
Yeah.
Part of wanting to go to Beyond shows is to see him too, and just he gets more cheers than some of the wrestlers.
He
and
really does.
He deserves it.
He does.
He deserves
Do you guys
it.
know he used to do the ECW shows in Massachusetts?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he did all. His first one was the mass transit incident,
Oh wow.
which was crazy.
Yep.
All right. How about Danny Miles?
All right. So I like Danny Miles. I'm the one at APW that he probably doesn't like me, and I'll yell a paper champion or whatever, and as the chain, and I like to root against him as well.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. So there's two sides of it, right? What they are personally outside of it, and what they are. Love Danny Miles. Love Dynamite Death Squad. We said that earlier.
Yep.
Even if they're evil, I like that turn. And he's a good performer. He's strong, and he has the moves. He has a background. He has a big fighting background too.
Yes, and he did wrestle in Japan before too.
Yeah.
That's why AG had him working for 01 USA Northeast, because he had actually worked in 01 in Japan years ago.
Oh wow.
So, all right. How about just gonna 3 people all together? Nightbreed, Gallo, Setherin, and Vanity Vixen.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Great people, too.
Yeah. One
Great
of us.
tag.
Again, I love the work they do. I love her as a manager. I love her as a wrestler.
Me too.
I love Nightbreed. And then on the outside of it too, again, the wrestling has brought so much joy to me because I get to experience it with my, not just William, but my older son as well. And it brought me back to this, and to be able to see independent wrestling and to be able to like live through them. Now, when I'm a little bit older, if my kids aren't going, I'm probably not going. And that's no offense to anyone that goes, but they're the reason why I want to go. And we have so much fun and so much entertainment. And them, you know, I talk to them outside of everything too. They're some of the nicest people. You know, Buddy, Amato, and Jen. I love them so much, like as people, not just wrestlers. Like genuinely good people.
And I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't bring your kids, because I started bringing my son. Then my youngest Sarah, and then Isaiah. Now nobody wants to go, so now I go with my friends.
There you go.
And I'm see you guys there.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. This guy just retired from APW. Big Gun, Jim Sargent.
We've again watched APW for the past 2 years. I enjoyed him. I liked the American Made.
Yeah.
I didn't really like when they had the whole Jake turning and all that, but I would definitely Big Gun, good guy. Mm-hmm. I respect him, and I like what they did.
Nice. Opening
every show with the flag, and
Right. Now I don't know if you guys are gonna like this guy because he's big and he's scary. Apocalypse. Or Stiff Mike, whatever you want to call him.
I prefer Apocalypse. I like the Apocalypse character better.
Right. I think even he does probably too. I mean, it's a great character.
Yeah.
And he's scary.
Yeah, he's
That
definitely.
chain.
Oh yeah.
Another guy with the chain.
Right.
All right, we got a minute left. I'll bang up Brian Malonis.
Brian Malone's a good guy. Like him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Needs a beer every time.
He does need a beer. He drinks a lot. You should see him. He's always doing that Red Wine Saturdays live on Instagram, I think it is.
Instagram,
right? Or is it
Twitter probably.
Guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leo.
We're definitely going to have you guys on again soon.
That's awesome. This is so fun. It's great. I love talking wrestling, not just seeing you at shows, but be able to. This is another experience.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I wanted to have you on. When I realized when you said you wanted to come on, I was glad to have you. Remember the time we did the interview with your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so mad. Jerry Lang, I love you, but you didn't even look to see if it was tape. I think he thought it was already on.
and then shut it off or something.
Something.
Whatever.
All I know is it was a great interview because I forget people's names and I remembered everybody's name.
Well,
Guys,
thank you so much.
Thank you guys. And like I
Appreciate
said,
it.
I'll send you guys some dates tonight. Guys, that's it. We're out. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.